First off, let me say what's good, everybody. I'm in a better mood today than I was last week. I was coming off from sickness and everything, but I got much more energy. So welcome to episode 2 of Sports Chronicles, baby. You know what I'm saying? We back. So we're gonna do it a little different for y'all this time. Last video was a little rushed, was a little improvised and everything. So we're gonna start giving y'all 2 videos every single week.
Yes,
Today
sir.
is going to be the video that we discussed week 3, everything that went down and everything. And then the next video will come out on Friday, and it will be our picks and predictions of what we think is going to happen for week 4. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. First game of the week was Thursday Night Football.
Yes, sir.
And I think you was wrong in your prediction, if I'm not mistaken. Did
What
you
did I
take the
wonder?
Patriots?
I did take the Pats. Yes.
You took the
Yes.
Patriots. Okay.
I
So
did take the Pats.
you were wrong. I was right. But it's okay, as we got more to talk about. Jets win 24-3. Team looks granted, it was against the Patriots. Let me say that first before I say anything that I'm about to say, and anybody think I'm just trying to ride Aaron Rodgers. It was against the Patriots.
I expect.
Don't get me wrong.
Patriots,
It was against the Patriots, but the Jets did look good. I have to give it to them because they still went against an NFL team. So they looked really good. Aaron Rodgers finally threw for over 200 yards. We finally got one from him. So that went over. He had 2 touchdowns. The run game looked good. Brees Hall and Braylon Allen combined for 100 yards. Braylon Allen scored a touchdown.
Yep.
What were your thoughts on the game? I mean, granted, it was mainly just
better
Jets.
from the Patriots. I expected so much better out of the Patriots. It's like, what happened to that energy from week 1? That's what I want to know. Like, what happened? Like,
Man, to be honest, what I really think is, I just think that the Bengals just suck weeks 1 and 2, so they got lucky to get the Bengals week 1. And they played a pretty solid game for week 1, but every other team after, it has just been, they don't have offense. They don't.
Nope.
If Ramondre Stevenson is not rushing for 150 yards for them and 2 touchdowns, they don't really have anything. There's no receivers.
Nope.
Offensive line is horrible.
Yep.
And Jacoby Brissett can only do so much. So I think it's finally starting to catch up to the Patriots.
Yep, exactly.
Unfortunately, Patriots fans, I'm sorry. It's going to start catching up to you guys, and you guys shoot for that top 5 pick. Go get Travis Hunter, something like that. You don't need a quarterback because you guys got Drake May.
Got a quarterback. Yeah,
you feel me? So just tank for Trevor Hunter. Travis Hunter. That's what I would do if I was the Patriots.
Before we move on, bro, let me tell you something, bro. The 1 week I pushed Stevenson. The 1 week, I don't even get a point. I'm like, are you serious, bro? Like just my luck.
Yeah, he played horrible. It's crazy because I went against him last week. I mean, the week before that, and he balled out. And then the guy, he starts him over DK this week. Horrible decision.
That's like
horrible decision.
What is this, bro?
I'm gonna just get it over with for the first 1 o'clock game for Sunday. My Chargers lost. I was wrong.
Steelers, I told you. Don't sleep on the Steelers this year, man.
Steelers won 20-10. But granted, Justin Herbert got injured.
That's all I was gonna say. He was a little bit not 100% though.
He wasn't 100%. I still believe that if he was 100%, we win that game because when he was in the game, the score was 10-10. So it wasn't like we were already down 20-10 and he was in the game. The score was 10-10 when he was in the game. He left with a high ankle sprain. He re-aggravated that injury again. So hopefully he plays this week. I don't really have too much faith. We'll talk about that in the next video on Friday. But he did leave the game. Justin Fields, I have to give it to him because our defense is not a slouch. He looked really good. This is the one game where I can say Justin Fields actually looked good in the game. Threw for 2 touchdowns.
I try to tell people, don't sleep on this man, bro. But, you know.
Sorry, he threw for 2 touchdowns.
Just because he played for Chicago, he's going to be overlooked.
Which we're going to talk about Chicago in a moment. He threw for a touchdown. It was a nice pass to Calvin Austin. He also rushed for a touchdown as well too. First game where he had multiple touchdowns.
Yep.
So I think he solidified that QB1 spot. I don't think Russell Wilson's going to start for them.
Nope. I said it like I think I said it week 1, even though it was the first game. I'm like, he looked good. I don't think Russ is gonna come back.
Yeah, and he's missing too much time. I think they're just trying to say it's an injury so that way they can save the image of Russell Wilson. I think it's over with for him, though. Me personally, I think it's over with for him. I just think Mike Tomlin is doing the right thing and using the injury so that way, if he tries to go to another team next year, 1-year deal or something like that, might be a bridge quarterback for somebody, he still will have the opportunity because if they just come out and say, oh, well, Russell's healthy, but we're going with Justin Fields, I don't think that image looks as good as just saying he's injured. Whereas if Justin Fields can possibly get them to 4-0 or 5-0, and then if Russell is healthy, then it won't be looking as bad with them saying Justin Fields will start with the team that's undefeated. He hasn't really made any mistakes or anything like that. So I think that's what they're trying to do in Pittsburgh.
And the perfect person to protect his image is it's going to be Mike Tomlin because Mike Tomlin doesn't play with that media, doesn't fall into the media's hands. That's what I think, at least in my opinion. So that's why it should be fine. This should be fine, bro. This should be no problem.
Yeah, and like I said, I like it. I like it with Justin Fields. I don't like the way that they did him in Chicago, which we're gonna talk about in a moment. But I like it for Justin Fields. So congratulations to the Steelers. I don't hate the Steelers, so I don't mind us losing to the Steelers. They're like my second to third favorite team.
That is the only team I don't mind in the AFC North.
Yeah, like yeah.
No
offense,
I don't really Howard. You're probably listening to this, Howard, but no offense.
I don't mind them. I don't mind them. I don't mind us losing to them, and I'm happy for Justin Fields. Granted, I got him in one of my fantasy leagues where I got to start 2 quarterbacks. So
you got to start. I'm hoping that you're in a 2 QB league, bro. That's criminal right there, bro.
Yeah. That one's a little wild. So yeah, so I'm happy for Justin Fields and everything. Next game on the list, Seahawks beat the Dolphins 24-3. I think we both were right on this one. We both picked Seahawks, right?
Yeah, of course, bro.
Yeah. No Tua, no offense. It's just that simple for the Dolphins. It's that simple.
I can't believe this, bro. It's like I picked the 1 year I want to pick Tyreek Hill, and this man doesn't come on, man.
Here's my take on the Dolphins, right? Although I don't think that Tua is one of the top 10 quarterbacks, I do think he's an above average quarterback. And I think that the reason the Dolphins paid him the money that they have to pay him is we're seeing it now. They don't have anyone else that can really run their offense. And there was no quarterback in free agency that you were going to go and get that would have made that type of difference that Tua is making. Exactly. So although I know people are going to be like, dang, Tua shouldn't have got his money. He keeps getting concussed and everything. He was the best option for the Dolphins. There was no one else that they could have paid. There was no one else that was going to run the offense the way that he runs the offense when he is in the game. It sucks that he had to get the concussion. He's out for the next, or it was just 1 week now that passed by, so now it's 3 more weeks. But he is the best option for the Dolphins, hands down. So me seeing that game against the Seattle Seahawks, that's what opened my eyes. Like, okay, now I understand why the Dolphins paid him that much money.
Yeah, because Skylar Thompson looked like he was lost, bro.
Yeah. He's not a backup. This probably gonna be his last year being a backup. I don't think he's in the league next year. And he got injured too, if I'm not mistaken.
He got injured not even trying to throw the ball, bro. He got injured just being literally the guy was coming towards him on the back and just not paying attention.
So this will probably be his last year being a quarterback. Although it is concerning that although the Seahawks won, like Mike Bernardo got that defense, it was against the Dolphins with no Tua, and Geno Smith threw 2 interceptions. That's not good.
Hey, I know a Seahawks fan. I know one Seahawks fan. I said this to his brother. That's a Mickey win. They had 3 Mickey Mouse wins, bro.
Yeah.
Not 1, but 2, but 3 Mickey Mouse wins, bro.
That one is definitely a Mickey Mouse. I mean, the other ones, granted, they fought for the other one, so I'm not gonna say those are Mickey Mouse wins, but this one definitely no Tua Mickey Mouse win. If you lose this game, you're the laughing stock of the week. You lost against the Dolphins with no Tua, so they had to win this game. It was a lose-lose situation. You're either going to get talked about because you beat them without Tua, or you lose to them, and now people are saying you lost to them without Tua. So, granted, they needed this win so that way they don't be the laughing stock of the week. but it was a Mickey win nonetheless.
I have
Next
the
up,
laughing stock of the week though.
this
Ooh,
is this is this was this was my favorite pick that I made for the week. The Vikings beating the Texans.
bro, I cannot. Well, then again, I can believe it, yes, because there's only one person to name on that defense, the defensive coordinator who was wrongfully fired by Miami. I said it for a couple years ago now. Brian Flores, bro, he's getting that defense. And not just the offense, it's the defense that's killing it, bro.
That defense is screaming at quarterbacks,
Mm-hmm.
screaming. They got. I think I just seen the stats. I didn't write this in my notes, but I just saw it when I saw the stats. They got two. I don't know if it's defensive ends or whatever, but they got two people on their line that are in the top 5 for sacks. One of them have 4.5. I think the other one has 4.
Bro, they got Van
So
Kinkel.
yeah. So that Vikings team, man. If Sam Darnold does not turn into a lemon, they look really good.
Hey
They
man,
look really, really
the
good.
Jets need to be court martial, bro, because it's not just Sam Darnold that's doing good, bro. It's
Gino's doing good.
yeah,
At
Gino's
this
doing
point,
good.
we need to see Zach Wilson start for the Broncos and see what happened. At this point,
Yep.
we gotta see it. We gotta see what happened. Like at this point, um, Saints finally came back down to earth.
That's the
They
laughing stock
lose.
of the week, by the way. That is my laughing stock
They
of the week. I was gonna
they
save
lose to
it
the.
for the Raiders, but this is the laughing stock of the week.
No, I think the Raiders one is worse. We're gonna talk about it in a
No,
second.
no,
Um,
no, no.
but the Eagles are a good team, bro. It's not like they lost to. It's not that they lost to the Panthers,
Yeah, but
right?
they
So
had so many chances. Just like they had so many chances.
yeah, but it's the same. They. I think I even picked the Eagles in this game if I'm not mistaken.
You
I
did
think
pick
I picked
I
the.
picked the Saints. You picked the Eagles.
Okay, I think yeah. So yeah. I mean, I knew it was going to happen. Like I said, the Eagles were supposed to win last week as well too. They're supposed to be undefeated. But Saquon couldn't hold on to the pass.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a feeling they were going to win this game. It was no way that the Saints were going to continue to score 40 points a game. Like that's just impossible. Like not with Derek Carr at quarterback.
No,
Like maybe
definitely
if they had
not.
Patrick Mahomes or something, maybe they could score 40 a game every
Yep.
single game. Even if they had Patrick, I still think it would be impossible. But not with Derek Carr. So yeah, he came back. They came back to earth.
One thing's for sure though, I do want to give a shout out to the Honey Badger, bro. This man don't age.
Yeah, nah,
This
he
man
don't
doesn't
age. He
age,
don't. I
bro.
give him that. He don't age. And you guys, I hate to say it for you. You guys should have paid Saquon.
I know that. I know
You
that.
guys should have paid Saquon because 7 rushes, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns. He is having. I know it's just the first 3 weeks.
I can't believe
He's
the
having
owner
one
let the
hell of a
GM
season.
do. I can't believe the owner let the GM continue his job because apparently the owner was not even happy with that.
Yeah, the GM probably gonna get fired this year.
Joe
Probably.
Shaden might get fired, bro.
Yeah, most likely. Most likely. Don't get me wrong. The Malik Neighbors pick was good, but you could have
As
had
much as I don't
Saquon and
want to
Malik
fire,
Neighbors.
I don't want to fire Joe Shaden yet because if we still have Daniel Jones at quarterback with a new regime next season, bro, I'm just gonna kill myself. It's so bad because you cannot continue to go.
I mean,
with
I don't think
different
he has any more.
regimes.
I don't think he has any more guaranteed money after this year. So I mean, you guys. I mean, they probably would let him play them last year off the contract just to see what they got because there's not any guaranteed money, so it's not like he's really hurting the cap. So I could see y'all probably having one more year to see what would happen just because it's free money.
I just don't want to go with a new regime with this man at quarterback. That's what I'm trying to say basically. Because
And
we
I
already
feel
went with we went with 3 different regimes
unless
already.
unless they want to give Drew Lock 1 year and then see what happens from there. Cause I ain't gonna lie, y'all not good enough to make the playoffs, but I don't think y'all bad enough to be a top 10 team.
Yeah,
Like you guys might actually be right there in the middle. So it's gonna be kind of hard for y'all to get a quarterback unless y'all trade up. Now I don't know if y'all have the capital
I would love to get
to
Shador Sanders, bro. I've been saying
I
it
know
already for
I
a
know that's what you
while.
want. I know that's what you want, but
Not
he's
Cam
for
Ward
sure.
because I don't believe in Cam Ward. I don't believe in him, bro. It's just this is why.
Hey,
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. The man hasn't really done much the 4 years he was in college. He was a 5th-year senior, by the way. That's why.
62 total yards for Washington State. I mean,
We'll see. We'll see you in Miami, bro. We'll see in Miami. But yeah, I
you
would
got
push the door.
Miami as a. I think I don't know if we top 5 yet, but we was number 6 last week. Could possibly be top 5 this week. So I mean,
we'll see. We'll see.
But that's enough of the college stuff. We're gonna get back onto the NFL. What's the next game that we have here on the slate?
We won.
Oh yeah, we can talk about y'all. Let's talk about y'all. Giants. Well, I picked y'all to win too. I think I did. I think you picked them. Did you pick them or did you pick the Browns?
I don't even know what I picked, bro. I was already in shame of picking or not because.
But yeah, you guys got your first dub, like I said you would. Deshaun, that's it for Deshaun Watson. He's done,
bro.
He's done. I'm sorry.
I thought Daniel Jones was bad.
I've been trying to root for him for so long because I actually do like Deshaun Watson. I don't like what he's doing off field. I'm not talking about the massage stuff and everything. But him as a player, I really liked him in Houston. And to see this fall off from him is mind-blowing to me. Because I saw what the Browns can do with Joe Flacco last year.
Of course.
So it's not like it's the Browns' fault. They don't have skilled players around him. No, we saw what they did last year. We saw what that defense looked like. We saw what Kevin Stefanski can do with that team last year. And for you to come in here this year and have them looking like that is a shame.
If I'm Jameis Winston, I'm ready, bro. If I'm Jameis Winston, I'm ready to play.
And there's no disrespect to you guys, but the Giants were not supposed to win that game.
No, we were not supposed to win that game.
You guys are not supposed to win that game. And the fact that you guys came out and won that game is crazy. But Malik Neighbors, we left for y'all on a silver platter.
Bro, you want to know something funny, bro? This man threw a pick, but it didn't count as a pick because Malik Neighbors took the ball away from the corner.
Bruh, did you see that?
I'm like,
oh my God.
I'm like, this man just saved Daniel Jones.
Bro, that was crazy.
This man just saved them.
That was a solid win for you guys. That was a solid win. If you guys can play like that, I'm not saying that you guys will make the playoffs, but you guys would be a tough out for people every single week if you guys play like that.
But the crazy part is this man has not thrown a pick in 2 games, and we could have won Washington because of the whole kicker situation. We could have been 2-1. It could have been the opposite.
Right.
So, it is what it is. But it's not too much talk about the Giants because
another it was a lot of upsets this week too. It was a lot of upsets. Broncos beating the Bucks 26-7.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
I did not expect that. No, I didn't expect that at all. I mean, Bo Nix is good, but give it time. But to beat down
and it's crazy because he has no passing touchdowns on the year.
Nope.
All his touchdowns have been rushing touchdowns on the year. It's crazy.
Game manager, bro. You need a game manager sometimes.
And yet they won the game 26-7. It's crazy.
It's not because he has no talent. There's no talent on that team. There's no talent.
Yeah, no, there's none. There's none. So it's
not like Bo Nix is bad.
Javonte Williams was supposed to be somewhat of a talent. He sucks.
Courtland Sutton can't freaking catch the ball, and then the rest of these guys are just not what their hands are made for.
So Courtland Sutton was supposed to be the wide receiver one, and he's playing horrible. So yeah, I mean, that was a shocker. That was a big shocker. Malik Willis getting his revenge game against the Titans is crazy.
Let's go, man. Liberty legend.
It's crazy.
Some respect on Malik Willis, bro. I picked that one too, by the way. I did pick that game too.
You did. I would think we both picked the Packers. I picked the Packers.
We both.
It's a revenge game. Those of you got to go with the revenge games. You have to go with the revenge games every single time. You got to go with the revenge game. Well, not every single time, but majority of the time. Because there's one this week that's a revenge game that I don't think I'm going to go with. But we'll talk about that on Friday. But yeah, I knew it was going to be a revenge game for him. He looked good the week before. He didn't lose the game for the Packers. The defense is looking pretty good. Matt LaFleur is a good coach, and Will Levis is always going to give you a pick every single week.
Pick or fumble, just
every single week. He. If I was able to put a bet in for who's going to have the most turnovers for the end of the season, he would be my bet.
I think there's a part you can pick a player prop that who's going to throw how many picks the quarterback's going to throw.
I need to go look at what his is at and take the over because he's going to go over it. I don't know what it's set at, but I need to go on there after this video and go put that in because he's going to go over it for sure. I don't understand. I don't know if they're like they need to talk to him because they're 0-3. Their season's over with, most likely.
Oh yeah, they're done. No, they're not gonna
Most
come back
likely.
from this.
There's only been one team in the last 127 times that it happened. There's only been one team to make it to the playoffs at 0-3.
Who?
I don't even know the team. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't know the team.
We'll get back to
I
that
don't
eventually.
yeah. I'll Friday I'll have the answer for you and let you know exactly who it was. But I don't have the answer for that right now. However, someone needs to talk to him, man, because that's literally what's hurting them.
What he's
Literally
doing
what's
is
hurting
just
them.
is what he's doing is that you can't explain it what he's doing. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, like it's not a good look at all whatsoever.
Tennessee should just
And
call Jaguars right now to go get Mac Jones because they need a quarterback.
or they can use Mason Rudolph. They got Mason Rudolph as a backup.
That's true.
He's not bad. You feel me? Keep your draft capital, use him, and you got to see what's going on because mayonnaise man is not getting it. The Colts got their first win of the season.
That
Finally,
game was just painful to watch, bro.
I literally wrote in my notes. I said Colts win, but Richardson still progressing. Concerning question mark. Very very concerning because I don't understand how he can throw a 65-yard bomb off his back leg on the money, but at the 3-yard line in the red zone, he throws into triple coverage.
I don't understand that.
I don't get that.
Yeah, that's very hard to explain.
I don't understand it. And
That
I
sounds
like
Eli
Anthony
right
Richardson.
there. That really sounds like Eli Manning right there.
I love Anthony Richardson. I was on the record when the draft came out. I said he was going to be the best quarterback out of all of the quarterbacks coming out. So I really like him. But
You mean ahead of Stroud and
yeah,
Bryce Young?
I said ahead of Stroud. Mind you, this is before we saw anything that CJ Stroud did. I did
had
not know CJ
Stroud. No,
Stroud was going to come out.
I had Stroud.
I had
defend
it.
that for
Anthony
sure.
Richardson, Stroud, Bryce Young.
Yeah,
That's what I
Bryce
thought it
Young was
going to be.
third for
But
sure.
I knew I wouldn't fault anyone for putting CJ Stroud over him. I just saw the talent that Anthony Richardson had, and I was like, yo, that rushing upside is crazy. If he can actually get the passing down, he's going to be like a Cam Newton. Even though Cam Newton accuracy wasn't too crazy, I was just saying if he can get better accuracy than Cam Newton, he could possibly be like a Cam Newton Jr. or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, his decision making on his passing needs to get corrected soon. Because granted, they're not 0-3, so they still have a chance of reviving the season. But him throwing 50% every single game, you're gonna need Jonathan Taylor to rush for 150 yards every single game.
Exactly.
And that's not maintainable.
Don't get me started on Caleb Williams, bro.
Caleb Williams, he don't get me wrong. This probably was his best week by far. This probably was his best week by far. However, he has to stop turning the ball over. At some point in time, he has to be like, listen, let me just go with the right decision. Let me not throw it across body, 50 yards across and with two defenders. He can't make those passes. This is not USC.
Nope.
He's not in what is it, the Pac-12 or Big Ten or something like that.
They're not in the Big Ten, but when he was there, is the Pac-12.
Yeah. So this is not college anymore. You're not going against guys that's going to go get a law degree or anything like that. You're going against the best of the best. All that stuff that you did in UFC is not going to work here.
Yep.
Unless you have to literally have it designed so well. Even at that, they still don't even want you to throw. It's only a certain amount of quarterbacks in the league that can make those throws.
Yep.
Only a certain amount. If your name ain't Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Justin Herbert on a good day, don't make that. Don't make it. Exactly. Don't make it. Don't make it. Because it's going to be a bad decision every single time.
And their defense is bailing them out every single game, so that's concerning.
And those are literally the difference makers. They lost 21-16. He had 2 interceptions. You don't throw one of them interceptions, maybe y'all go down and score some points, y'all win the game. So those are literally the difference in them winning and losing the game. Literally. Exactly. The laughing stock of the week. The Panthers beat the Raiders.
It's crazy that
36-22.
I kind of knew that Andy Dalton was going to snap, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
I thought he was going to snap too. I just didn't want to go out on a limb and say that the Panthers were going to win. I'm not going to lie. I was wrong. I picked the Raiders to win, and I was wrong. But I love the fact that I'm wrong on this one. I love it. I absolutely love it. I couldn't wish for a better gift. Thank you so much, Antonio Pierce and the Las Vegas Raiders. I appreciate you guys so much. Every time I tell you that they're not what they say they are never what they say they are. They do all that talking, elite defense, top 10 defense.
That defense
all
didn't
that
even
stuff.
bro, there was plays that they weren't even trying, bro. That's not good.
Where was it? Where was it? You guys picked the coach that you wanted. You didn't go out and get a quarterback when everybody said you needed a quarterback because you guys thought that you guys were just going to be that good and that hard nosed and that physical that no one was going to be able to match you guys. And now look, that elite defense gave up 36 points against the Panthers.
And no Adam Thielen because he's hurt.
No Adam Thielen. Jonathan Brooks, their starting running back, the rookie running back they got, he's still on IR.
And Hubbard had like a career game, bro.
Derek Brown, their best player on their team, is out for the season. And y'all still couldn't run the ball. So make it make sense to me. Make it make sense. Where are the Raiders good at? The only, like I said, Devontae Adams can be as mad as he wanted to be. When the Chargers made that schedule release and they put Devontae Adams with a trash can, they weren't trying to call Devontae Adams garbage. They were saying that it's Devontae Adams and a bunch of garbage players with him. That's all it is. And that's what we were trying to say. He wanted to get all mad and in his feelings about it. That's what we had to say. That's simple.
I know you're gonna have a field day with this. I want to have a field day with this game coming up.
So I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it. Next game on the list. I think this is the one that you're talking about. Ravens beat the Cowboys.
My Lord and Savior.
25.
My Lord and Savior, King Henry, did it again, but not to that, just to Dallas, bro. To Dallas.
Like I said, and I put it in my notes. I'm gonna say this every single week that they lose because they lose like this every single time. Dallas can't run the ball or defend the run. Still, it's like that every single week. I don't understand. This was an issue for Dallas last year.
Of course.
They could not stop the run and they couldn't run the ball. They let Tony Pollard walk and go to Tennessee, and they bring back in backpack running Ezekiel Elliott.
With no line.
They let Tyron Smith go to the Jets. They have no one else that resembles good.
Zach Martin's washed.
Zach Martin is done.
Bro, you know what?
He's probably the only good. It's not even that the fact that he's washed. He's just probably the only good one on the line.
And the crazy part about this, bro, they said that they couldn't afford Derrick Henry. And I know you couldn't afford Derrick Henry. But the problem was that they waited to the last minute to pay Dak and CD.
Like that was a stupid comment that Jerry Jones said. We couldn't afford. Yes, you could. The Ravens only gave him $16 million for 2 years. 10?
Oh, 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so they only gave him $16 million for 2 years.
Yep.
Y'all couldn't afford $8 million a year? Come on, man. What we talking about here, bro?
They were saying that because he was asking for much money, like, bro, he wasn't even gonna get paid a lot of money to begin with.
They didn't even offer him anything. Like I don't understand. I don't know, man.
Jerry,
so once again, the Cowboys season, if they do I don't think they're going to make the playoffs at the rate that they're moving. But if they do magically make the playoffs, they're not going to go anywhere because the teams that are in the playoffs know how to run the ball and they cannot stop the run.
we don't
Every
have a
single
good
year.
season. I would like to see him only make the playoffs, so there could be one and done per usual. Because I like to see the Cowboys hype. I like to see, we're gonna win the Super Bowl, only for them to be crashing down the first round.
Well, and another thing I want to say as well too, if also you're going to be if you're going to have Dak Prescott pass the ball 51 times, CeeDee Lamb can't have 7 targets.
Yep.
That cannot happen.
Nope.
So I don't know what their mindset was there, but that was stupid as well too.
Exactly. That was extremely stupid.
How many games we got left? We got
the prime time game. No, we got one more 4 o'clock.
We got a couple. Yeah, we got 2 more 4 o'clocks. Then we got the prime time.
Lions Cardinals games are boring, bro. It was just boring.
Oh, it was boring. I didn't even have too much to talk about it. It was a sloppy game by the Cardinals. We can get that one out of the way right now. The Lions won 20-13 against the Cardinals. But no one really looked impressive. I mean, aside from the Lions running backs, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, Marvin Harrison looked pretty decent. 5 for 64, touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 7 for 75 and a touchdown. But both the quarterbacks were off. Yep. It was a little flat game. The Lions almost lost. They had a pick 6 call back, which I don't understand why it was called back. Oh yeah, they said delayed game. Sorry, yeah, even though it wasn't a delayed game. But yeah, so that was a little strange. So yeah, I even put in my notes. Lions win, but still another close game. It's only going to be so many times that you're going to get out of these close games with a W. Exactly. Eventually, it's going to catch up to you. And as a Chargers fan, trust me, I know from experience. I know from a lot of experience, it's going to come back and hunt you. Rams, the depleted Rams, winning against the 49ers.
How does that happen, bro? Like,
I'll tell you exactly. I'll put it in my notes.
How this man continuously continue to drop the ball every single game, bro.
Oh yeah, he's getting cut. He's getting cut. You're talking about Bell, right? Number 10 for the 49ers,
bro.
Ayuk. Oh yeah, he's getting his. I'm gonna give Ayuk a pass right now. He's getting his legs under him. He's gonna take him a couple games to get where he needs to be. So I understand. I understand why he's walking. But Ronnie Bell, you were at training camp. You keep dropping the ball, and I don't understand it. And I get it. You're technically not supposed to be in the game because if Deebo Samuel's play and George Kittle plays, you're probably not on the field for that stuff. But you're on the field right now, and you keep dropping the ball.
Yep,
that cannot happen. You will be out of the league really, really soon. And also, I have put this in my notes, and I want to say it. Brock Purdy, for the first time, he played good with no Deebo and no George Kittle. But it did not translate into
people try to tell me that he's a good quarterback. I'm like, he's not a good quarterback. He's a system QB, bro. He's not even a good quarterback.
I think he's pretty good because system quarterback doesn't mean that you're a bad quarterback.
Yeah, but because look at the weapons he had around him, though.
Tua is a system quarterback, but I don't think Tua is a bad quarterback. So you could be a system quarterback and still be good. I think Brock Purdy, it's true. He's not a Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson, but I do think he's good enough to be on a Super Bowl team. If you have the right pieces, like you put him in Miami, he's going to do the same thing. You put him, who else has a bunch of talent? Now you're like before me, you got the 49ers. If you put him with any team that has talent around, he does good. Now, if you put him on the Panthers, I don't think he's going to be as good as we see him right now. Exactly. But if you do give him the right talent around, I do think he's good. And that's why I want people to understand. There's a lot of quarterbacks in the league that need talent to win. A lot. This is not like back in the day where we had Drew Brees, Big Ben, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, where we had all of those quarterbacks and everything to to do it. Exactly. So I just think he does need that talent in order to win and get everything done.
Exactly.
The Chiefs win again, 22-17. Fuck
the Chiefs.
Improved to 3-0. The only thing that I gotta say about that game, Rashee Rice looks really good. I will give them that. Rashee Rice is one hell of a steal that they got, and he is going to be a major weapon for them. I will give them that. He looks really well.
The only thing I gotta say, one thing before my only take on that game. Yeah, you should have ran they say they should have ran the ball in 4th and inches, but it's the last play, bro. You gotta throw that ball.
Yeah, nah,
gotta
yeah,
throw it, bro.
you can't afford the time to get lost. So I
Mhm.
mean, it is what it is. But I knew Kirk wasn't going to win 2 primetime games in a row. That was not going to happen. Um, I just like this one because I get to mess with Gio in our group chat. The Bills beat the Jags 47-10. So it's just somebody I get to make fun of someone,
Prince
So
Charming, bro. What is this man doing, bro? Prince Charming ain't doing anything, bro. That man just got
he should
paid.
not. That's what I put in my notes that I want to say. Trevor Lawrence should not have gotten paid that money.
No,
They should not have at the time made him the highest paid quarterback in the league.
Yep.
Should not have happened. I don't understand why they did it. I don't understand how they came up with that analysis. He should have gotten Daniel Jones money.
exactly.
$40 million is what he should have gotten. He should not have gotten the deal that he got.
Exactly.
And they're going to regret it in the long run because now you have him locked up for 5 years.
Exactly.
He's going to be on your team. There's nothing you can do about it. You have to pay him, or you're going to take a drastic pay cut and be sorry for a lot of years coming up. So, congratulations, Jacksonville. That's what you got. You saw what happened when you put your franchise quarterback against another franchise quarterback and he got beat by 37.
Yep.
So, congratulations. You played yourself.
Another quarterback that's that I think is overrated. I kind of said this for a while too. Joe Burrow, man, like you're overrated, dude.
I don't think Joe Burrow is overrated. What I think is that they put too much faith in Joe Burrow. I think they think that, don't get me wrong, he's definitely a top 5 quarterback.
Mhm.
I give you that. Some people say top 3. I will not debate you if you say it. I understand why you say it. However, that year that he went to the Super Bowl, the Bengals defense was pretty solid.
Exactly.
It was not a bad defense.
Mhm.
Now they cannot stop a cold.
No.
So yeah, it's cool. You have Jamar Chase. You have T. Higgins and Mike Gesicki. You have all these weapons around Joe Burrow. You can score 30 points as you guys did in that Monday night game. But what happens when your defense gives up 35? You can't do anything. And again, I'm a Chargers fan. I know from experience when your quarterback is putting up 28 points a game, but your defense is giving up 29, it is a problem.
Shout out to Jaden Daniels, bro.
Yes. Rookie of the year. He's going to win.
100%. He's going to take that.
If it's not him, Malik Neighbors.
Okay.
For sure.
I can see that. Yeah.
For sure. For sure. Unless we have some miracle happening with Marvin Harrison coming up in the next couple weeks. Those are my 2 front runners for rookie of the year.
Quick, before we go, prime time. Cowboys or Giants?
We're gonna talk about that in the next video.
Okay. All right.
We can talk about it in the next video. I got my pick and everything, so we'll definitely talk about it in the next video.
We'll be back soon, guys.
That's going to conclude this video. Make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, share, all of that. And until next time.
Yes, sir.
We love you guys.
Do guys what you gotta do. Peace out. We're out of the
Yes, sir.
building.